What's out there? What creates the shadows in the corners or the creatures of the dark? Who are those on the other side? What do they have to say? This is the Gateway Podcast. This is not your normal style of paranormal talk radio. Brought to you live from United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM New Orleans.
You're listening to UFO Undercover with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
I am. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly, on this beautiful, wonderful Tuesday night. I don't know, I'm really happy today. I'm really happy. I'm really excited about my guest. But first, before I get into my guest, I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans. And I want to thank Joe Montaldo for allowing me to come on his platform, UPRN Talk Radio, and give you an hour. Hey, Joe Fox, good to see you. Hey, D Hoop, good to see you, hon. Who else in there? Hey, Holly, good to see you, hon. So I have an announcement to make right after my show, okay? I am going to go on the Gateway podcast with CL, and so we might have to drop this. Oh, don't worry, Joe. We'll get there, honey. We'll get there. Yeah, D-Hoot, it is full moon tonight. It is, and it's colder than hell here. But, yeah, so right after my show, I'm going to go on to the Gateway podcast tonight as a guest with CL. And after the show, if you want to pop on over, and check that show out, that would be great. So I'm really excited about my guest tonight. My guest tonight, she has been with me on as a viewer on watching my shows Sunday nights and Tuesday nights, and she sent me some videos of some of the stuff that's happening in her apartment. Now, this is my first time ever trying to share stuff on here, and so you got to bear with me if I mess it up some, okay? But without further ado, I want to introduce my guest, Miss Michelle Wilfong. And there she is. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. Look at all your brothers. Squatch Man, good to see you. D. Hey, Heidi, good to see you. How you doing? What's going on? What's
I'm
going on
doing
tonight?
great.
You doing great?
Yes, thank you.
I'm more that Finally, how long's it been? About 2, 3 years now that you've been watching my shows, and I finally get a chance to meet you in person.
Yes,
Some
it's
of
nice
them,
to meet you too.
yeah. So before we get into these videos, okay, before we get into them, tell us a little bit about yourself and when did all this paranormal activity started happening in your apartment?
Um, well, I'm Michelle. I live in Milwaukee, Oregon. I was lived a shady lifestyle and had some addiction issues for a long time. Straightened up my life and found an apartment that I could afford in a decent part of town. So I moved here in 2022. And when I first seen the apartment, it felt familiar, like I'd been here before, and it felt like it had good energy. So I moved in and I noticed creepy things started happening.
Like
The
what?
first thing
Like
that
what?
happened is I was laying in bed and me and my dog and my cat, and I was asleep. Something whistled over my head. And I opened my eyes, turn over, look at my dog, and her ears are standing up. So not only I heard it, my dog heard it. And I was
Hmm.
like, that's strange. So another night, about 3 nights later, I'm sleeping, and the closet door, there's a coat closet in the living room. The door opened and it latches. So it slammed open so hard it hit the outside door, the door that opens to go to the outside. I was
Okay.
like, that's really weird. How did it do that? So
Hmm.
I kept telling my son and my brother, and there's something going on here. I need to get cameras. They're all, oh, it's all right. Everything's going to be all right. And I was like, no, there's something here. So after that, I could really sense it. And it wanted me to know that, hey, I'm here. And so I was sitting in the living room and an orange orb bumped like my hair, brushed through my hair, and went around my living room. When it got to the TV, it made a zigzag pattern and then just disappeared. I was
Hmm.
like, that's it. I got to get cameras. There's something here. Because at that point, I questioned myself, like, am I going crazy? Did I just see that? And so after that, I kept seeing like flashes. Like, did the power dip off or am I seeing something? So it was really strange. The only thing that I have that's old in here is a big screen TV that my dad gave me before he passed. And
Hmm.
there's tons of energy that centers around the TV. So I really feel like it's my dad or someone that's watching over me. So
Okay.
that's pretty amazing. But I have Wi-Fi issues here with electronics all the time. They just unhook and I'll wake up and it's like, oh, the TV needs reset. Alexa needs
Right.
reset. Just everything all the time. Um, it just drops and I have to, it takes hours sometimes to get them to reconnect. So Wi-Fi has really been a pain here. But after being frightened with the thing that whistled over my head, I had my neighbor that lives here. I asked her, and she had activity. She called it her pantry ghost because it used to knock food off the shelf in her pantry. She gave me some crystals and rocks, and my other friend, and they taught me, how to ground and protect, and
Hmm.
brought some sage over, and we saged. And the first time that I saged, it smelled like roses in here when we were finished. It was
Right.
absolutely amazing, the most
Okay.
amazing smell. So,
D.
since then, I
D.
do sage
Okay.
regularly just to keep out any negative energy.
Okay.
And I've also noticed, like if I have a bad day and I yell at my son or someone, then I have to like clear this place because yeah, it sort of hangs around. So,
Right.
yeah, just living here, I was like spiritually enlightened and noticed so many things that I never seen before. Like everyone else, I streamed everything during the pandemic. So I was like on the fence. Is this stuff real? Could this really happen to somebody? And then after
Um,
moving here, it can definitely happen.
D Hoots has a question for you. She asked, "Are you in the city or the country?"
I'm in the city. I am 20 minutes away from Portland, Oregon, and the community, it's pretty large. I'd say 300,000 here.
Okay, and she also has another question. Do you know any history of the residents? And that was my question to you. Is there like an Indian burial ground around? What I mean, is there any
There is
history?
a large creek, Johnson Creek, that's close. And I found out that this land was orchards, and a family from Germany settled it and brought grafts for pears, cherries, and apples. And they grew apple or fruit here. So it was orchards. But I have huge trees on this street, and some of them are 6 foot in diameter. So
Wow.
they're, 200 or 300 years old. So
Okay.
a lot of old trees in the neighborhood.
Wow. Okay. Heidi has a question. Oh, before we get to her question, hi Rhonda. Hey, Mr. Wojo, good to see you. Mr. Wojo's in the room. Hey, Mark Eddie, good to see you. Squatch Man says, I live in a 150-year-old house that has been refurbished, but my cabinet doors open all the time. He says he got done he's used to it now. But Heidi has a question. She says, are there any documented hauntings around you?
One that I know of, it's about 10 blocks away from here. There was a murder that happened in the 20s. They call it the Hillside Murders. In that
I've heard of
area
that. I've heard of that.
that goes down towards, it's near the railroad tracks, is said to be haunted.
Okay.
So it's pretty
Um,
close.
so where you live, was there a settlement there? Like, was there like any type of war between Native Americans and settlers?
Not that I know of, but there had to be natives here because of the river and the creek where they cross. So there had to be Indians here. I'm still doing research. Um, yeah, it's hard and it's confusing, and I get trailed off on bunny trails and forget what I'm
Right.
doing. So, and
You
then
know
learn something else.
the
But
best
I'm
place for
sure
you
there
to
were
go
Indians here.
the best place for you to go to would be the library. Okay.
Yes.
And the if they have a commerce building there, Chamber of Commerce, you can find some information down there about your place. I'm
Oh, I
I'm, I'm
forgot
looking.
about the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey Matt, good to see you. Hey, there's my buddy Cryptid and General Tidbits. Good to see you. Okay, so we are going to attempt to do these videos. Okay, now,
Okay,
ladies
keep
and
my fingers
gentlemen.
crossed.
Okay, keep your fingers crossed, everybody. Oh, okay. Heidi has a question. Michelle, do batteries die often? Her security cameras state a 2-year life lithium battery life. I give them a year, but I change every 4 months.
Yes. Drains phone batteries, all electronics, my headphones,
Hmm.
everything. It broke one camera. I don't know. The audio just went kaput on it and it was all squelchy. And I get some pretty weird noises. And I don't know what happened. It was on the shelf just fine. Got up the next day and it just, yeah, the audio wouldn't work. So I had to replace one and I switched to a wireless camera, and it's so much easier because I can move it around.
That's okay. All right, here we go. All right, hold on 1 second. God, let's. Okay, let me see. Where do I need to get to here? Oh, I'll have to share that one. Okay. Oh, wow. I can't believe this. Hold on. All right. You still there, Michelle?
Yes.
Michelle. Okay, you're still
Yes,
there.
I'm here.
Okay. All right. All right. I got to get to your pictures. Okay. Bear with me, everybody. Okay. Because these videos are like really totally awesome. And here we go. Okay. Now, here we go. Okay, this one is only 8 seconds long. So, okay. Okay, this is the one with, can everybody see that? Can you see that, Michelle?
Yes, it's got some huge orbs in it, like huge spirit orbs. And I was trying to like just tap in. And when I do that and get into my meditative state, they just sort of appear and swarm around me.
Okay, and this is, you know what's crazy about this video? Um, your cat walks toward the door, right?
Right.
And it disappears.
Right.
So, yeah.
The
So
cat loves the activity.
those, okay, okay. Is everybody okay? Can see this? Janie says, "Love your ginger kitty."
Oh,
Patrick
thank
says, "Just
you.
like you, my favorite brother." Thank you, Patrick, for that compliment. Um, okay, so that's video number one. Okay, and I do see the orbs coming at you. Were you kind of like looking for these
Yes,
orbs,
I
or
was
is
sort
it
of
them?
getting into my meditative state where I can, use my, inner self and sort of call on them, come out, show me if you're here, and they'll just, yeah, come out of nowhere.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Now I have to go back to now I have to go back to Facebook now. Okay. All right. And we'll go to another video. Okay. This one here. Now I'm going to have to turn this one on.
Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, March 1st, 2024. My name's Michelle. Welcome to my haunted apartment. I don't know if we're going to catch anything today, but here I am.
What was that?
Come out, wherever you are. I don't know if that's a fairy or if it's like an angel, but it has wings because I've slowed the video down and
Good morning, everybody. Today
watched
is
it
Friday,
closely,
March
but
1st,
it's beautiful. It's bright
2024.
white.
My name's Michelle.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to my haunted apartment. I
That's
don't know if we're going
crazy.
to catch anything today, but here I
Look at
am.
that.
Yeah, that
Come
one's
out
beautiful.
wherever you
Did
It
everybody
are.
could
see
be a
that?
fairy.
Do that
Yeah,
again.
I think my best capture.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's
Good
And that's
hell of
morning,
right
a
near the
everybody.
TV
Today
in the
is
closet.
Friday, March 1st,
That is pretty interesting,
2024.
though.
My name's Michelle. Welcome to my haunted
Everybody
apartment.
in the chat room, what do you think?
I don't know if
Hey,
we're going to catch
Richie
anything
B, good
today,
evening, buddy.
but
Nat,
here I
I'm
am.
glad people are looking at it.
Come out wherever you are.
One more
Yeah,
time, and
you
then
can
we'll go
even
to the
see
next
the
video.
edges of the wings if you look real
Yeah,
close when you stop the video.
Good morning,
It's
everybody.
beautiful.
Today is Friday, March 1st, 2024. My name's Michelle. Welcome to my haunted apartment. I don't
that is
know if
so
we're going to
cool.
catch anything today, but here I am.
That is sweet.
Come out
That is
Isn't
wherever
that
you
cool?
are.
Yeah, D, it gave me goosebumps when I saw
Do
that.
that again.
And it's such good energy. It makes
Good
me
morning,
feel sort of
everybody. Today
enlightened
is
when
Friday,
they
March
enter the
1st,
room. I can feel like a
2024.
staticky
My
feeling.
name's Michelle.
Right.
Welcome to my haunted apartment.
Okay. All right.
I don't
So
know if
I'm
we're
going to
going to
go
catch
to
anything
Facebook,
today, but here I am.
and
Come
I'm
out
going to
wherever you are.
Okay. This one here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got
Now this one has a ghost dog barking. I zoom in on my dog so you can see that she's not barking. And there's a voice at the end that says, I can see you.
Unhuman and spirit and ghost and dog and cat and creature and alien. Did you own?
Hear the voice at the end? It says, I can see you.
I've
Sounds like
been
a child.
Let me see.
Unhuman and spirit and ghost and dog and cat and creature and alien. Did you own?
I'm having a hard time hearing that, but I'm
But you can
amazed.
hear the dog barking, right?
Yeah,
Unhuman and spirit
I
and
can hear the
ghost and
dog
dog and
barking, and
cat
your
and
dog's
creature
not
and
barking.
alien. Did you Did you own?
Now, when you were
Isn't that
taking this,
amazing? I have
yeah.
2 videos with ghost dogs barking.
On
Now,
human and
when you
spirit
were
and
taking
ghost
this
and dog
video,
and cat
right?
and creature and alien.
Did
Right.
you actually hear the dogs bark before
Did
you
you
put it over
did
to your
you
dog?
own?
No, I did that when I edited the video because I have the
On
video
human
where
and
it's just
spirit and
full
ghost and
screen,
dog and cat
but
and
I
creature
took
and
the
alien.
video and just opened it up on my dog so
Did
I
you
could see my
did you
dog
own?
wasn't barking and everyone else could see that too. So
That
that's
that
an
is
edit.
that is
On
like really
on
cool.
human and spirit and ghost and dog and
Uh,
cat and creature
D
and
Hoot
alien.
says he heard it.
Did you
And,
hear the
uh,
voice? I can see you.
I
It sounds like a
I can't
child.
hear the voice. I can't hear the voice. Matt says
On
nice.
human and
Heidi
spirit
says
and
indeed.
ghost and dog and cat and creature and alien.
That is like really cool with the ghost dog bark.
Did you
I
did
think
you
that's
own?
pretty neat. But the last one I'm going to show everybody, that's one D says
On
kid and maybe boy.
human
She
and
heard it.
spirit
Yeah,
and ghost and dog
she
and
heard it.
cat and creature and
I'm glad
alien.
by my ears.
Did you
I'm going to have to
own?
sit and listen to this after later, like tomorrow or something, to see if I can actually hear it.
Yeah,
On
definitely.
human and spirit and ghost
Okay,
and dog
so
and cat and
ladies
creature
and
and
gentlemen,
alien.
the last video I'm going to show you,
Did
right?
you
Um,
own?
this really impressed me, and it's craziness. Wait till you see this
On
thing. So
on
let me
human
go over
and
to
spirit and
Facebook.
ghost and dog and cat and creature and alien.
Let me see. Where are we at? No, not that one. Go here. Go here. All right.
There it is.
This is
I
crazy.
know it sounds weird, but
Look at that
it
orb.
puts me in this state. Rub my hands together. I know it sounds weird, but
Look at that orb, ladies and
it puts
gentlemen.
me in this
Matt heard the
state.
voice.
Rub my
Yeah,
hands
it's sort of how I
together.
get myself in a meditative
I know
state.
it
I just
sounds
rub my
weird,
hands together.
but
My
it
friend
puts me in
Chinhee
this
Park on
state.
TikTok suggested I
Rub
do
my
that.
hands
Some
together.
people
Okay.
use a pen and a
I
paper
know it sounds
and
weird,
make a circle.
but
So she suggested rubbing my
it puts
hands
me in
together.
this state. Rub my hands
Is that
together.
how you do it?
I know it sounds
Look
Yeah,
at
weird,
that
that's
orb,
how
man.
but
I
Look
sort
at that
of
orb.
try to
Let's
meditate
see.
it puts me
and
in
rub my
this
hands
state.
together. And I can actually
Rub my
feel when
hands
the energy
together.
enters the room.
I know it sounds
Matt,
weird,
My buddy
but
Matt says definitely not dust.
it
That
puts
is
me
not
in
dust.
this state.
That's a totally legitimate
Rub my hands
big
together.
ass orb.
I know
Yeah,
it
it comes
sounds
through the
weird,
wall.
but
If you zoom in, you can see
it
it
puts me
comes
in
through,
this
which that
state.
wall faces my
Rub my
bedroom that
hands
it came out of.
together.
Hmm.
I know it sounds weird,
I only have one
Okay,
but
so
person on one
Heidi,
side of me, the other
it
side is
puts
the
me in
street.
this state.
Heidi just
Rub
said
my
this
hands
one is the
together.
first vid clips I
I
watched
know it sounds
and
weird,
commented,
but
no, it's not weird at all.
it puts me in
Oh,
this
thank you,
Seriously.
state.
Heidi.
Yeah.
Rub my
All right, let
hands
me get out of
together.
here, okay?
I
Yeah.
know
Get
it
out of here.
sounds weird,
Let's
but
stop sharing. Uh-oh. I got to get back here. Oh, hold on. Got to get back in there. Got to turn off the voice. Okay. All righty. Stop sharing.
There we go.
There we go. That's the last big one. Okay. Now I got to
Awesome.
get out of here. I got to get out of here somehow. Um, okay. How do I get out? Oh, I go like this. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
But it's been an amazing experience moving here. It's just been spiritually enlightened. Although I was terrified at first, over time, watching videos on UPN, everyone, you, Lorelei and David, Michelle, everyone, Carrie Lynn, Bigfoot Outlaw. I take a little bit from everybody and sort of learn my way, how to ground and protect and, psychically reach whatever's here. So I was able to get an Ovilus and a Rook. It's a EMF, electronic EMF detector. And I told my son, this thing's broken. It stays red all the time. He goes, no, Mom, red probably means there's energy. So he took it around by the outlets and light switches. He goes, see how there's nothing. And when you get near a light switch, it lights up to orange and then red. I go, yeah. He goes, that means it's working. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But I thought it was
Now,
broken because
let,
it would just stay red. Like I had it on the table and it's like, that thing's been solid red since I turned it on. It's broken, right?
wow.
I guess it's not broken. It does work.
Heidi said, back in the day, watching Amy Allen taught me a lot. Your son did a great job, Mom. Heidi says she practices manipulating energy often, and everything is energy. Yeah, everything is definitely energy. Have you ever heard of the K2 meter, Michelle?
Yes, I want to get one.
Those to
Yes.
me, I'm old school, and for me, the K2 meter is the best piece of equipment a paranormal investigator could have, and that's the truth.
Okay.
All right, you can go online, you can Google it, or go on Amazon, whatever, and find it. It's small, compact, and it really does the job.
Right on. I will try that. I'll check it out.
All right, please do check it out. So, do you watch the ghost shows on TV?
Oh yeah. During the pandemic, I streamed everything from Tiger King, to ghost shows, aliens, all of it. I love it.
Okay, and what was your favorite ghost show on TV?
I think I probably watched Ghost Adventures the most because he was sort of big at the pandemic time. So it seemed like there was a lot of Ghost Adventures on. So
Hmm.
I would say Ghost Adventures.
Did you learn anything from that?
No, not really, except for he likes to he likes to chase evil, I guess. He kind of
Yeah,
scares me.
I am not going to give you my opinion on that. That's for another
Right.
rainy day. Heidi says, is a paranormal K2 meter a mag? Yes, it measures electromagnetic fields. Um, and you have to look at it that spirits are definitely pure energy. So when
Yes.
you're sitting in a room, yeah, you can say his name. I won't because I have other choice words for you, Heidi. Not for you, but for that man right there, Zach Bagans. But D Hoot says, Michelle, that place is going to make you famous. It sure is. We just have
Oh,
to.
thank you.
Mhm.
I'm not worried about fame or anything like that. I just want to make my family and friends proud. I lived such a
Oh my
shady
God,
lifestyle for so
we're
long.
proud of you. We're proud of you.
I just want to do something that's, that I can accomplish and be good at it, without my addiction in it. So, and this is it. So, and it's a great hobby. It's a lot of fun. I'm learning a lot. So I love it.
I'm glad. Awesome. Well, I don't know if you know, but I'm coming up on 34 years of sobriety. Okay,
Awesome.
and the first 15, Mr. Wojo says we have your back, Michelle. We do have your back. You need to
Oh,
know that.
thank you, Wojo.
Heidi
Oh,
says
I
you're an
love
amazing.
watching. Oh, Richie and Wojo are great. I love
Oh
watching
my
their
God, yeah.
hunting.
They're
It's
they're they're
great.
my they're my brothers from a different mother. I'm telling you, Mr.
Yes.
Wojo. Heidi says you're an amazing, beautiful soul, Michelle.
Oh, thank you. You are too, Heidi. All of
And
you have
D,
been so supportive and so kind.
yes,
It was really, really hard to find that path. Everyone at first, they're not sure how to take it. They kind of think you're crazy, or what
Right.
happened? Did something happen? Oops. And so, yeah, it was kind of hard to find my path, but I knew I found it when I started watching um, Lorelai and David and you, and it just opened up. Yeah, it was
Now,
great. I think I've learned the most in the last year and a half than I since 2022.
that you know what that makes my heart flutter back and forth. It really does. It makes me feel good that you said that. But the girls and the guys in our chat, when they come on the shows, right? Beautiful people, man. I call them my
Yes.
angels.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, they're all my angels, and you're part of that too. You're being the angels. D says, Michelle, I would subscribe if you do a YouTube thing. Just saying.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Do you do a YouTube?
Yeah, I have YouTube, but I think I need some more followers before I can have a subscription thing. I'm pretty close to, like, I can put ads on my videos. So I'm really close, and TikTok too. I'm really close.
Oh,
And
okay.
then they're
Where?
going to shut
Uh,
that down, so I'm not sure what's going to
they're not
happen
shutting
there.
it down. They got 270 days left. That
Oh,
went through.
awesome.
So TikTok is not being shut down. It's on standby. We can still use TikTok for the next 270. Heidi's going to post your tag to your YouTube channel. But let me
Thank you,
ask you
Heidi.
this
I don't know how
question.
to share a link on anywhere. I
But
really don't. I'm not
the
tech
elec
savvy.
the electricity in your house, the wiring in your apartment, is it new wiring or is it old wiring?
Old. Old
Okay.
and almost dangerous. I had
Okay.
a fire, the bathroom fan shorted out last winter, and I'm sure it's because water came through it was real stormy and windy, and
Right.
it shorted out, and black smoke was in here, and the fire alarm, like, I thought I was cooking and the fire alarm went off. That's normal because they always put one right by the kitchen. So I was like, the fire alarm's going off. That's weird. It won't shut off. And then the bedroom went off. I said, oh, there's something wrong. My friend was here. She went in the bathroom. She goes, it's the bathroom. It's on fire. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what to grab in, 3 minutes to get out the door. I just grabbed my pets and ran out to the car, called the fire department. They just pulled
Mm-hmm.
the fan out and just did some smoke damage in the bathroom. But yeah, it was kind of scary. So
Okay.
I don't
Now
know if
that
it was energy or if it was the winter
mm,
storm, you know.
it could have been a winter storm, but if you're saying that the electrical wiring in your place is very old, that is called knob and tubing. Okay. And with
Mm-hmm.
knob and tubing, it what it does, it releases a lot of energy. Okay. And spirits are attracted to energy. Okay. And the energy coming from those old wires that are in your apartment, the spirits are attracted to you. All right, Mr. Wojo, thank you very much for coming in, buddy.
Thanks,
Um,
Wojo.
so that's the first thing. Um, you know, the wiring is a real big part because all the investigations I have done, especially in old houses with the old knob and tubing, okay, that causes a lot of paranormal activity in the place.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, are there any power lines over your apartment?
Oh yeah, there's power lines up and down the streets. There's one
Okay.
of the grid power things,
Right.
probably a half a mile away by the railroad tracks. So
Okay.
big
So you're not
water
far
tank
from those?
too is about 2 blocks away.
Okay. Now, see, when you got the old knob and tubing, the old wiring in your house, which lets off a lot of EMF, then you got the power cables wires going, pretty close to your house. I mean, they release a ton of EMF too. Okay. So probably not your place or your neighbor's place, but I'm sure if you talk to other people, um, they're probably having the same kind of problems.
Right. My neighbor that lives behind my apartment building in a house, she bought it 3 years ago, and she told me she's felt like she has ghost pets, like she'll feel a cat or a dog rub up against her legs,
Right. Yeah,
jump on the bed at her with not, at night while she's sleeping.
that's
So
cool.
that
Yeah.
was, yeah, sort of confirmation because of the, ghost dogs barking. And I've had them jump in bed with me sleeping too. So,
Okay.
I've woke up, I've heard thud, and I wake up and it's like, what was that? My dog and cat were both asleep. I lost my dog in July, but it had
Okay.
nothing to do with this place. She was 14. She had congestive heart failure and a heart murmur. And I
Right.
didn't want her to suffer, so I had her put down. So she crossed the rainbow bridge. But when
I'm
I
good.
left the place, I said, "You're coming with me." So she's here with me too.
That's great.
But the ghost dog thing and the whistle, all that was going on while she was still here. And the cat likes the energy. The dog did not like it. She was really uncomfortable with it.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
anyone that has a dog, my friends all have dogs in the family. Anyone that comes over with a dog, they go right to my coat closet, the door that opened. They
Hmm.
go right there and they sniff that closet. It's
Okay.
pretty amazing that every dog that comes here checks out that closet.
That's pretty
Uh,
interesting.
right. And I've cleaned it so it has no smells, nothing like that. Um, when it first started, I did get some, nasty, moldy smells,
Hmm.
and it was pretty, yeah, like something was dead. It
Right.
smelled more like dead than, yeah, with mold over it. So, yeah, after we saged that first initial time, it smelled like roses. It was so amazing. I've never
Hmm.
smelled that smell since
Okay.
saging. But the first time, I'm sure it cleansed whatever was here that was bad out because it's been enlightening since then.
Okay. We have a couple comments in here. Erica Yanto says you are amazing,
Oh, thank you,
and
Erica.
she also told you that I told her to do it too. I guess for your doggy, your puppy, or whatever.
Right.
And Heidi goes, I have a ghost cat. LOL. Probably one of my past fur babies. And
Oh, right.
you know what? That's okay. I mean, I've done a lot of investigations where there's a lot of ghost dogs and cats. You know what I mean? That rub up even against my legs. So them animals must have liked me because um, I didn't own them dogs. My clients did. But
That's
I do have.
comforting to know that they come back to you.
Oh yeah,
Because I always
absolutely.
wonder, are they okay? So it's kind of comforting knowing that they feel comfortable enough to come
Hmm.
around me and come back. I
Hmm.
did have one experience where something growled at me, and I'm sure it was a dog. At the time, I felt like it was a dog that was either injured or upset that I was here because he didn't know who I was. It felt like it was a
Right.
male dog. It
Okay.
growled at me, and I thought it was my dog, and I said, "Are you growling at me?" And I looked again, and it wasn't my dog. She was cowering, and it growled again, and I heard it jump off the couch, thud, thud, ran to my dining room, and it turned and growled at me one more time, and it growled so loud it shook the floor. And I was
Wow.
like, "You can't growl at me in here." I told it because I knew from before if I show any fear, it's going to be bad. So I
Hmm.
just told it, "You can't be in here. You have to go."
Right. That's a good move,
And
girl. That's a good
so
move.
that was I've never had it back here since. But I do feel like there's a lot of pet activity here. I don't know, like, did they have a pet incinerator or something near here? It's just crazy.
But you also got to remember too, Michelle, the energy that you put out on the love for your animals. even in spirit form, right? The animals still can tell if you're a good person or not. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
D
comforting. That
D
means they
says,
feel safe here. That's good.
"Oh, there is nothing wrong with your property. I don't see any." That's why I'm calling it as it is. But D says, "Did clean energy burning now, Michelle?" She goes, has a question. Do you have any experiences with paranormal prior to this?
Um, no, just once when I was a kid, me and my sister, my aunt lived in a farmhouse in Iowa, and the guy that lived there before was an older guy with a donkey. Me and my sister were staying with her for the weekend, playing in the living room, and we went to get my aunt. Hey, the guy with the donkey's in the living room, and it was so clear we could see steam coming out of the donkey's nose. And when we went and got her, she looked at it and then it just disappeared.
Oh,
So
wow.
just once as a kid, but I don't remember any other issues.
Okay. I just think you're just a good soul. Okay. Heidi goes, agree, Sean. Animals are definitely drawn to a grounded, aligned, unconditional love for animals. And Heidi's correct on that. But you have a beautiful soul. You really do.
Thank you.
Um, you do. And I'm sure that besides the dogs, you have like about 10,000 different ghosts that hang out in your apartment. That's a joke. That was a joke. I just wanted to say that. But so we know for a fact that you got old wiring. We know for a fact that um, you're able to communicate with the spirits. And third of all, we know that you have power lines all up and down your place. Okay. Hey, Mr. Bogle,
Yes.
good to see you, pal. So you're just like the perfect storm there.
That makes sense. It does.
Oh, okay. She D says, "Forgive me for missing this fact, but did this concede coincide with you getting clean?"
I think it did. I think it did. I think that it might have been there before and I couldn't see it because I was always under the influence of something. So I think that I might have had energy around me. I just never focused long enough to see it. So I think it did have 100% to do with that. It
Hmm.
could also be that moving here, I'm still quite a ways from some of my other family, so I'm kind of here in a new neighborhood alone. So I felt kind of lonely when I first moved here. So it was almost like they were comforting me, like it's going to be okay. And
Hmm.
so yeah, I sort of feel like they wanted to comfort me.
Oh, well, they're definitely doing that. They're definitely
Yes.
doing that. And with you saging your house, okay. Um, just be careful when you sage it, okay. Um,
Okay.
there's nothing evil in your house. I'll tell you that right now. I guarantee it. There's not. But what I'm saying is, if there was a bad spirit in your house, okay, it was causing a lot of ruckus, okay, what would happen is you sage it, the bad spirit goes away, right? But eventually that sage wears off, and that bad spirit will come in with a vengeance on you. Okay, I've seen that happen. Um,
Oh, okay.
but if the
I
sage and
use
more,
crystals and rocks. I also use salt,
you use sea salt.
candles, and I
You use sea
ground and I
salt.
try to, use
Okay.
different things. Uh, yeah, just to keep it different, keep it different and keep it moving. So any
Hmm.
bad that does come in keeps getting pushed out.
You know
But
what?
like we were talking
I
about the other
personally,
day,
I personally think that nothing bad can come in your place. To be honest with you, okay, you're well. I believe in what I see, and I'll call it. You are well protected where you're at. Okay, I truly believe that.
awesome. And it's someone watching over me because a couple of weeks ago I had a bad day, and I could hear an inner voice tell me, "I hate to see you like that." And I was like, "What? Oh, I get it, right?"
Yeah.
So I kind of always think of the worst, like, oh, whatever, the worst is going to happen because I've had so much negative, happen in my life. So
Right.
I need to change that perspective
I
and
know
push that
exactly what you're
out.
talking
So,
about, honey. I know exactly what
right,
you're talking about. Yes.
right.
Matt, good night to you, sir. Thank you for popping in. Dee says, well, you did it. That in itself is an accomplishment. Kudos to you. They were
Thank you.
knocking, they were knocking, but you couldn't hear the door. Yes.
Right.
Heidi says, please don't put any attention or anything negative. Energy flows where attention goes. Oh, I like that one.
I like that.
Oh, Dee, she is definitely grounded, man. Absolutely. You appear grounded, and you do. You're really grounded. Um, but
Yeah, it feels
like I
amazing
said,
too.
oh, you look great, man. I
Thank
really,
you.
I really enjoyed myself tonight, and I am so grateful, honestly, that I finally got to meet you. Okay, and you shared your videos, and you shared your stories. Um, and I don't know, just had a happy 1 hour here. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Just trying to break
Um,
out of my comfort zone and
you'll
get
get,
out there a little bit more and a
you
little
know
bit
what?
more.
You'll get there. You'll get there. But if I can make a suggestion to you,
Yes.
if you don't hear from that paranormal dude, all right, try to find somebody else. Try instead of you going out and doing it on your own. Okay, try to find somebody that will take you under their wing and show you the ropes. You know what I mean? So you can get more in tune with the paranormal field.
Yes, I want
Um,
to do that. I want to go and
okay,
even observe someone else
okay.
investigate so I can see their techniques and yeah, I look
Whatever
forward to that.
whatever you have to do. Hi, Amelia. Good to see you, hon. Uh, Heidi says, thank you, Michelle, for sharing. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to cut this short because I am going to be on the Gateway podcast with CL Thomas. Exactly right. Hello to you too. And I'm going to be on CL's team podcast, tonight, right after my show. And that will be at 9:10. So if you guys want to pop over and listen to me, again, if you want to, hopefully I didn't bore you. But Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. Okay, so we got a couple more things here. Heidi says, trust everyone's intentions. Make sure they resonate within. Thank you, Heidi. And Dee says, thank you all. So happy I got to put a face to a name. Keep climbing, Michelle. Keep climbing.
Thank you.
Keep climbing. And I don't know. I'm just very grateful for you
I'm
being
very
on.
grateful too. Thanks. Grateful
Awesome.
for meeting you tonight and so glad that I ran across your videos. Yeah, like I said, you helped me so much.
Mhm.
Everyone at the UPN, Lorelei, David, Carrie Lynn, Michelle, everyone.
Right.
I learn a little bit every time I watch one of the videos, live streams. So it's great. Thank
And
you. I
we're very
appreciate it.
and we're very grateful that you do listen to us because we do have some awesome hosts with some awesome shows on this
Yes.
platform. Um, Children, if you can, please go to your parents, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And parents, please go to your children, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And I screwed up here somehow. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. And if you have no parents and if you have no children, find somebody, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And on that note, good night. And I will definitely see you this Sunday coming up, where my guest will be Miss C.L. Thomas of the Gateway Podcast. Good night, everybody.
Good night.